So, Kastu Bhuvania, have I pronounced your name correctly?
Yeah, it's good morning, sir. It's Kaustubh Bhuwania.
Bhuvania, right? Say that
Yeah.
again.
Kaustubh Bhuwania.
Kastu Bhuvania. Where are you from? Which city?
I'm from Calcutta, sir. West Bengal.
Oh, West Bengal. Fine. In Calcutta, which part of Calcutta?
South Kolkata.
South Calcutta.
Yeah.
Just name the area.
Tollygunj, Neolipur,
Tollygunj. Okay.
Rajpur. Yeah.
Okay. I was there in Calcutta for about 1.5 years. I was in Lake Gardens and Lake Market.
Okay. Okay.
Lake Gardens and Lake Market is the place. I was there. Now I think a lot of developments.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was there during Jyoti Basu period.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, then we have, I think these 4 people are not able to still connect. Avdesh, Navpreet Gill. So you've got Arvind. Arvind, where are you from? Arvind Yan. Dipesh Nagpal, where are you from?
Hello, I'm from Haryana.
You're from Haryana. Dipesh Nagpal is from Haryana. Okay. So what do? You're into real estate? Arun Bhatia. Shivam Jagga. Shivam Jagga, say hello. Shivam Jagga, you can say hello. No, you can't speak. You're chatting. Why don't you speak? Why don't you say hello? Is there an issue? Microphone issue. So you have a microphone issue. There is one BGHS W368. I think we need to rename that. And there is one gentleman, you are that person. You are Raj Sharma. Raj Sharma's name is there. Raj Sharma, how are you doing? Where are you from? Which city are you from? Can't hear me? Some of you are not replying. Does it mean that you don't want to reply or you are not hearing me? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
So finally, I think Avdesh Kumar Singh has been successful in getting his audio connected. Avdesh Kumar, yeah, finally you got succeeded in connecting to audio. Audio was an issue. You have been there for quite some time now. Where are you from, Mr. Avdesh? Where are you from? Sorry?
Gopalganj.
Gopal?
Gopalganj, Bihar.
Okay, Bihar. Okay, fine. Gopalganj, Bihar. Okay. This is Gopalganj, Bihar. Good. Okay. So we have a person by name Admin. Admin is there. Okay, but he's neither admin. Admin's audio is not connected. Mr. Admin, what is your good name? Mr. Admin, what is your good name?
ಯಪ್ಪ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಏನೋ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾನು 11:30 ಇದ್ದಾನಪ್ಪ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀನು ಇದಾಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ ಬರೀ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಬರೀ ಮೈಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡು ಅದನ್ನ ಮೈಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡು ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ ನೀನು ಇದನ್ನ ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದೇ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನು ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಹಾಕೋದು ಸೋ ಫೀಬಲ್ ನನ್ನ ಕಿವಿ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ ಕಿವಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು ಬರೀ ಮೈಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಹಾಕೋದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ
So Anand, you made it, is it? Anand, you could make it. Good. Very nice. Welcome. Welcome. I have muted everybody. So perhaps, we need to get into chat mode for some time. And then at an appropriate time, I'll unmute you whenever need arises. So we are in the process of getting people joining. We have 32 right now. And close to around 125 registrations have happened so far. So my gut feel is about 50-60 people to aa jayenge. 50-60 people will come. Once that 50 numbers touches, we will start. Till then, we will do a little bit of gupshup. Okay. So we have got 3 days training program, right? So a little bit of gupshup we'll do. So who would like to volunteer doing some gupshup? Is there anyone who is interested in doing some gupshup? Talk something not related to business. कुछ और कोई गाना गा सकते हैं, कोई डांस कर सकते हैं. I'll pin you. If you dance, if you are a good dancer, I'll give you a fantastic audience. You see 36 people or the 37 people. Every minute every second there are people who are joining. So whoever can dance, I'll pin you, I'll give you the audience, dance, and who knows, in this 37 people, there will be one director who will invite you for some audition or something like that. Anybody is interested? Is anyone interested? Sorry, I'm having breakfast also along with this. Hope. See, there will be a time when one day, what I'll do is, I'll be offering tea like this. आप चाय ले लो, तो आप वहां से चाय ले सकते हैं. ऐसा भी जमाना आ जाएगा. It'll be good, isn't it, when such a thing happens? Do you think it'll happen? Do you think it'll happen? Can someone say yes, no in the chat box? Oh, Syed Anwar says, agrees, yes, it will happen. How many of you agree that when I offer tea like this, from that side, you can take tea and have it? How many of you believe that this will happen? I've now got 3 people saying yes. Santosh, Shrikant, and Shyam Gandham. They are saying yes, it will happen. How many more people will say yes? One more. Oh, no, now I got more. 6, 7 people are saying yes. We have got somebody, Vinod, mind trainer. I've got a person in this group, Vinod, mind trainer. Vinod ji, I'll unmute you. I think if you are a mind trainer, then you deserve this audience. You can introduce yourself. Mr. Vinod. Yeah, you are a mind trainer. So
thank you, Mr. Sridhar. Actually, I'm mind trainer and planning to start a new venture with you. This is my first training about this profession.
So I
Actually,
see.
I work on mind. God gifted us a wonderful mind, but we don't know how to use it.
Absolutely.
And
yeah, I am aware of that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you have done a lot of programs like this.
No, not like this. I train people, but
offline.
This time,
you have been training
not,
people offline, correct?
Not only offline, online also.
Online also. Okay, very nice.
Which
city are you from?
There is blessings for me. I am now globally. I reach people all over the world.
Which city are you from?
I'm from Gurgaon, Haryana.
Gurgaon.
Delhi and
How is real estate interesting for you? How did this interest you?
Actually, from last 10 or 15 years, this is a fancy business. This is in India, this is the second business. Instead, one is film industry and the second one is real estate. कि रातों रात अमीर बनना है तो ये दो बिजनेस हैं जो आपको मशहूर कर देते हैं. This is my belief. I believe. I don't know it. Are you agree or not? But I think it will happen.
It will definitely happen, sir. आपने सही सोचा. Okay. Real estate industry is the biggest GDP contributor also for the government. It is
very true. Very true.
So whoever is there in this business, if he knows how to do business, then he can become a millionaire.
Exactly.
There is no doubt about it. I am one living example.
Wonderful.
I am one living example. I could become millionaire only after getting into real estate business.
Wonderful. Where are you from?
I am from Bangalore.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So nice talking to you, Mr. Vinod. Let me also talk to other people. Okay, then we have, I think reasonably, we got about 53 people. I think some people are still trying their bit in trying to get connected. Mr. Rakesh Kullar, has he come? I saw him. Yeah, Mr. Rakesh is there. Correct. Rakesh ji, I'm going to make you co-host so that, बार बार आपको unmute करना वो सब नहीं करना है. So I'm going to make you co-host. 1 minute. आपको मैंने co-host बना दिया. So whenever you want to talk, you can pitch in. Then where is Mr. Anurodh? Anurodh Jalan. Yes, he is also there. I'm going to make you also co-host. Yeah. I have made you co-host for you also. But Rakesh, you can mute yourself for the time being. Yeah, for the time being, you can mute yourself. Sachin Puri is asking my biography. He wants to know about me. I'll come to that. Don't worry. Without introduction, without letting you know who this Namuna is there in front of you, how can I get into training you people? How will you take what I am saying? I will definitely introduce you. Don't worry. अभी तो warm up चल रहा है ना. अभी लोग join कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. अभी 11:40 हो गया. It's time that I should start. Okay, let me start. So with your permission, I'm going to start the session, the 3-day session. So let me first bring the screen in front of you. My mind map. Is my screen visible? You can say yes, no in the chat box. So the chat is visible. Yes, people are saying yes, yes, yes. Right. Great. Wonderful. Then let's begin. Let's begin the day. So I'll begin with a small poll. We need to know.
Yes, Raj, we can see your screen.
Yeah. Who's Anurag, is it? Yeah. Okay. See, I'm going to begin with a small poll wherein I would like to understand, what kind of people are here in front of me. And if I'm aware of that, then my training, what I have devised can be structured accordingly and then talk to you. Okay. So the first thing that I would like to do is to ask you a question. Just answer me. There are few questions that being asked. Whoever is there here, I'm expecting the people are from either real estate background or from insurance background, or they are a working professional, or from any other industry. Okay. So the question is going to be related to this. Are you a real estate agent, insurance advisor, working professional, or others? Let me see what percentage of people are there from all the sectors. I've launched it. Kindly answer this. So I have about 36 out of 56 people have answered. Yeah, please, others, those who have not answered, try to answer them. I'm okay to close at about 45. If I get answers from 45 people, it's fine. I'm at 39 now. Another 6 more people. Some more, a little more. 73% of people have voted. Some more. Just thoda mehnat kijiye na. Just all that is the same simple question. Are you a real estate agent, insurance advisor, working professional, or from other background? No, it's not moving forward. All right, I think we have taken a minute's time. So let me share this with all of you. You get to know that who is your group, who is your neighbor. So are you able to see that 19% of this group, 46% of this group are from real estate background, 29% are working. So this gives an indication that you are looking at an alternate mode of income, or a hustle income, or a side income, or you are in the verge of planning to quit the company and then get into some entrepreneurship. So I'm able to see that 29% of the crowd is from working professional background. And then we have 7% from others and 3% from insurance advisor. Great. Thank you so much for answering this. My next question is, this is very, very sensitive question. What is this? Even without introduction, I'm asking you all these things. Don't worry, introduction to ho jayega when I come to the subject. But let us understand that, when I ask these kind of questions, you will also get an idea as to where are we going at? This real estate, why this training is being organized, and where are we moving towards? So that idea you will be able to get. So don't mind if I ask you this question. And it is very, very, it is a bracket, okay, that I'm going to ask you. This is very important also, because you need to change now. You need to, whatever level you have been in the past, you need to change it. That is why this question is very important. What has been your last year income? I'm launching that right now. Okay. What has been your income last year? It could be even if a salary person, everybody, they can always say what level you were in. So I'm trying to understand that how many of you are in what bracket? Somebody is trying to round off and all that. Please remove that. Yeah, thank you. "36 people have answered. 64% people have voted for it. When the voting rights are being given to you, by and large, we don't utilize that voting rights. But here, kuch jane wala nahi hai. You don't lose anything. So you can blindly, you can vote. Vote, all of you, please vote. What is this? Okay, I have got about 68% people have answered this. So others don't want to answer. Okay, now, okay, fine. No issues. They are all new people. They're wanting to know the same question. When I ask tomorrow this question, I'm sure 100% people will answer this, because this is the beginning of the day, first day, and I'm still not told you who I am. Some of you don't even know what is my name. So I'm asking you these kind of sensitive questions. So you might be hesitant to answer this. Not an issue, but I got some idea about this. Let me show you. We have got somebody who is between 25 to 50 lakhs. Less than 3 lakhs is about 33%. 3 to 6 lakhs is about 38%. 6 to 10 lakhs is about 15%. This is the bracket in which you are there. And others are all very 10 to 15 is 3%, 8%, 15 to 25 is 3%, and 25 to 50 is 1%. Sorry, 3%. So which means there is one person, actually, it's not 3%, it is one person who is at 25 to 50 lakhs and 15 to 25 lakhs. One each. And the rest of the people are less than, I would say, 15 plus 38 is about 53, 53 plus 33. 53, 56, 86% of the people are less than 10 lakhs. All right. Fine. Now, let me introduce and then come back to some question. Before introduction, also, I'll tell you what is the agenda for 3 days, so that you get an idea about what is that you're going to learn. In this 3 days time, you're going to learn how you can become a digital real estate expert. Okay. You will learn as to how people are working in a direction and still failing, in a different direction. They are thinking that they are in the right direction and working, but they are failing. Real estate industry's, output is, especially from the real estate agents. If you see, 85% of the real estate agents fail. Only 15% of the people are successful. So what is the reason for this 85% failing? That you will understand. When I say this, when I start explaining to you as to what made these 85% people fail, supposing you are in that bracket, most of you are in the bracket because your income level has been less than 10 lakhs. You will realize that these are the mistakes that I have been doing. That is why I have not been successful in the past. But by learning that, what will happen? What will happen now? You will be a changed man after knowing this today about why you have failed in the past. Definitely, you will not repeat the mistakes in future. So that is what you are going to learn. Then I will also make you understand that are you really ready for real estate business? How and when you will actually be ready for a real estate business. So that you will be able to understand. Then you will be able to understand how to prospect sellers and developers, how to prospect buyers. Without buyers, it is very, very difficult. You need a buyer to purchase a property. So how to prospect them, what kind of an automation you should use for this digital real estate expert designation that I want to acquire. So if you want to become a digital real estate expert, what is the kind of automation that you should be using, that you will learn. How to network with other agents across the country, across the world, that you will be able to understand. How to ensure site visit happens. Majority of the people finding it difficult that customers promise to come, but they don't come. So why does it happen? So what should be done for ensuring that the site visit happens? how to close deals, which is very, very crucial, and how, after 3 days, how we can work together. So is that clear? Are you all excited to know about all these things? If you are saying excited, yes, definitely it is interesting, then you just say EX. EX means excited. EX. Come on, yaar, be generous in saying EX, man. Some of you are saying only yes. Yeah, now it's fine, good. How long will the session be each day? 1 to 1.5 hours, anywhere between 1 to 1.5 hours. Aman Mittal. So anywhere between 1 to 1.5 hours is the kind of time. 3 days will be there. So most of the people are excited. That's great, wonderful. So we'll move on now. Now I'm going to introduce the panelist. So there are 3 people in this group. Okay, one is me, one is Mr. Rakesh Kullar, and one is Mr. Anurodh Jalan. These are the 3 people who have to be introduced to the group. Okay, what are we doing? What is our background? Each one of us will be explaining to you. Okay, first let me explain myself, about myself. I call myself a digital real estate expert, digital real estate specialist, and coach. Okay, this is what I call myself. These are some of the social proof that I have to tell you that I'm a digital real estate specialist and coach. This is my YouTube channel. It's opening up now. You can see the number of videos which are there, and it keeps going and going and going. This is the place that I'm rightly now. I think to an extent, you get to see my apartment here. Okay, this is how my YouTube channel looks like. Then my Facebook profile, I have a company called Remax Ace Reality. So my Facebook profile is opening up. So this will give you an indication as to how active this group. It got disconnected, I think, right? I'm back. So that's about a brief background. And then we have Remax Bangalore office. I'm from Remax Bangalore, and Mr. Kullar is from Remax Delhi, and Mr. Anurodh Jalan is from Remax Kolkata. So each of us have got, particularly for this training program, if you see, this is, each one of us has got a page of ourselves, a website of ourselves, and I do not know how many of you have really seen this, and just giving you an idea about what is my website and all those things. Okay, this is my website, and Delhi's website is this, where it's not opening up, some issue. Calcutta's website is this. I do not know how many of you have gone through this website. Okay. Then I have a business called Green Trends. Green Trends is a unisex salon, a sister company of Kevin Care. Kevin Care, I think most of you must be knowing, they come out with shampoos and sachets and all that. They have a sister concern called Green Trends. Green Trends is a wonderful brand which has got about 400 outlets in the country. So I'm one of the franchisees for Green Trends. Then I have a cloud kitchen activity which is called Fill in the Box, where we do food. We cook food. Cloud kitchen, most of you must be aware of that. And then we partner with Zomato and Swiggy and deliver food. So during the pandemic, it was very, very useful. It was an essential services that we were doing it. And that is another business that I'm into. Then I have two social activity. One social activity is something to do with No Hungry Child, where absolutely no profit motive. It is feeding children in the pan India, especially the underprivileged children. Started in the year 2009, and till now, I have been continuing this. Over 21,000 children are being fed every day nutritious meal from this organization called No Hungry Child. Then I have another social activity which is called, as a brief, I'll just quickly run through some of the, YouTube videos that I have of No Hungry Child, just to give you an idea about what is this. And I have another social activity called Art of Self-Treatment. The name itself very clearly says all that you need to do is, supposing you are suffering from any kind of problems, like let's say stomach problem if you have. So just come to this website, and when you type stomach, you will get some references here. Just click that, and you will get natural remedies, which says remedy number 1, remedy number 2, remedy number 3. This is absolutely a free service being done with no commercial objective. This is about myself. Now I would like to invite Rakesh Kullar to come forward and introduce himself about to the group. Rakesh Kullarji, you can unmute and speak.
Thank you, Sridharji. Sridharji is our digital guru, expert, and coach. If you ask me, what is my goal in life? So it's very simple. It's to be a better person, a good person, a better person. And how we define good and better is if we are able to provide value to the society around us, if we can impact lives, if we can add to the economic scenario, especially in these difficult times. So we should all do our bit to be prosperous and to spread the prosperity by engaging in relevant activities. So that's my main motto and purpose in life. I have a background in IT and telecom infrastructure. I've been running a telecom services company for the past 20 years. And I have also been a real estate investor. And in that role, I have been adding value to many projects. Like if you have a shop and don't know what to do with it, then you could get an ATM onto it. And once an ATM is on a shop, it becomes a return-oriented property and starts giving you returns. So likewise, if you have an office which is bare shell, you could furnish it. And if you put in a good tenant with a long-term lease, suddenly this office becomes a bare office, has now become a furnished asset, which will give you a steady income over the long term. So this is the type of activities I have been involved in. Now somebody asked, what is Remax? So for the benefit of all of you and those who don't know particularly about Remax, I'll take a minute to tell you. So Remax is a US-based multinational company. It was born 46 years ago. And the word Remax is very interesting. It says maximizing returns. आप उसको उल्टा पढ़िए, Remax. So maximizing returns for real estate. So it is the first company in the world who thought about empowering the realtors. And normally what used to happen earlier and still prevalent in India today, that people who are employed in the real estate are grossly underpaid because they get few salaries, and against those salaries they are obliged to do 4 times, 5 times in terms of the commissions which they have to earn for the company, and then what they get is probably 10%, 15%, 20% of the revenue share. But in Remax, you will get 50% of the share to begin with, and it may
Okay,
go up to
we will, no, no,
80%.
we will talk about this on the last day about Remax and all that, because I have a separate schedule on that. So now,
Yeah, because
let us
people were asking, there were questions in the chat, okay, what is Remax? So I thought at this point,
no, we will not answer the questions like that, because if we get into that, then the main subject will be, we will not be able
all
to.
right, all right, all right. Your
So we
point
will
is
move on
taken.
to Mr. Anurodh Jalan. Mr.
Yeah.
Anurodh, quickly, in about 1 minute's time, just introduce yourself. Where are you located? What is that you are into? And your office in Calcutta, so that people from West Bengal who have come in, they get to know about this. And then we'll get on to the real estate subject. Yeah.
Let me finish by adding that we are a Remax franchisee operating out of Noida, and I hand over to Anurodh now.
Yeah, Mr. Anurodh, please come forward.
I welcome to all the participants who has joined and given their time to join and understand about the training program that we are conducting for 3 days. I myself, Anurodh Jalan, I'm a software engineer by profession, and I have been into real estate business, and I'm looking forward I would not like to waste any time. Rather, I would hand over to Siddharji to kickstart the training process, because many of the chats what I can see is they want to get into the actual topic. So over to you, Siddharji.
Thank you. So let us get into why 85% of the real estate agents fail. People, actually, the real estate, people don't fail. Actually, their plan fails. This is my understanding of that. I've been able to share are you able to see the screen? Let me share the screen. Share. Can you all see the screen? Just somebody say yes. If this is visible, then I'll move on. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay.
Yes,
so
we can see.
My understanding is that.
Move on, please, Siddharji.
Yeah, my understanding and experience has been that it is not that people fail, but their plan fails. What is their plan? What is that they have in mind? Why are they getting into real estate business? Let's try to understand how people get into real estate business. You see, they have about 1 or 2 properties in hand, and then they come and think that they can do business. Most of these people who either are in the verge of not graduated or not educated or something like that. This is freely available. Everybody thinks that real estate is one business where without any proper education we can get into and do business. And what they do on the road when they're going to see, they're walking around or they're traveling around, they see 1 or 2 to-let boards or for sale boards. With that, or through some friends' information that such and such property is available, they take that inventory and think that they can do business, and they get into business. This is how their entry is. So that is the mistake that people do. Now let us take an example of a Kirana stores. Okay, in a Kirana store, you open up and you have just about 1 or 2 items in hand. Probably you have 1 rice and 1 wheat, if you have. These 2 things if you have, and 3-4 buildings away, there is another Kirana stores which has nearly about all the items that are required for the kitchen. It's a provision store. It has got all the items. Where will the customer go? The customer will obviously go to a place where all the items are available. Whereas in real estate, thinking that 1 or 2 properties is there in hand, I can do business, people get into this business, and obviously the buyer who is going to come with all his life savings, who wants to invest in a property, is not going to just take a decision on seeing just one or two properties. So the real estate agents who get into this business, they don't understand this logic behind it. So they think that they can do business and they come here. And because after seeing these one or two properties also, you'll discover that majority of them, after showing the property, they don't even pick up your call when you start following up. Why? Because that one or two properties is not enough. It is not satisfactory for them. They need to see more and more properties. That is the reason that you don't get even any attention from the buyer when you start following up. So what happens? What should be done for that? If you have good number of properties in hand, then there is a possibility that you can succeed. What good number of properties means what? How many properties you need to have? In places like metros, especially places like Bangalore, Delhi, Kolkata and all that, you should be having an inventory stock, at least it's something like having in a showroom. When you go there, all the stocks are available, but people don't buy everything. But the showroom has to have that kind of property, that kind of material with him. If it is not there, the customer who walks into the showroom gets a feeling that this doesn't have a stock, so this is not a good showroom, and he will start moving on to some other showroom. So similar kind of a treatment or similar kind of perception is what you are giving to a buyer if you don't have inventories with you. So you need to have about 200 inventories minimum. So you got it. 200 inventories is the one which is required. But people don't have that many properties. They just come with 2, 3, 5, maximum 10 properties and think that they can do business, and they fail in this business. Another thing that they think is that, this business does not require any investment at all. I can come without money. I can start looking at some, inventories which are available on the road to let board, and I will make one rental deal out of it. Some money comes in, and from there I will start doing business. This is the kind of thinking that they have. When I say investment, does it mean that you require heavy investment? Not at all required, not heavy investment. You should be prepared to meet up your operational expenses. This is something which, this is a where high ticket value product. When high ticket value product is there, if you are not prepared for promoting the property, for generating leads for the property, for spending money on advertisements, etc., and you come without any of these things, and you think that by networking with people I'll be able to source buyers, then you are mistaken. But many people come with that kind of an intention. Another thing is that they have to have working capital. Working capital also falls in this investment part, because the first 3-4 months time, they should be prepared not to even earn a single rupee. They should be prepared for that kind of an eventuality. Why? Because real estate business requires a lot of learning, and the process has to be learned. The process is not being learned. All that they think is that somebody calls and says that I want a property. Don't worry, Mr. So-and-so, I have a property, come, I'll show you the site. And they think that when the site is shown, when the property is shown, business will happen. It doesn't happen that way, because you find that the buyer probably would be either an explorer, a window shopper, or a researcher, or even he could be another agent who is just wanting to know from you what kind of a property you are owning, you are having. So this experimentation, this kind of reality which is there, the real estate agent doesn't try to understand this, because he doesn't have a proper training and proper education in advance. People think that they can come and do this business part-timers, as a part-timer. You want good money. They all know that this is an industry which will give you fantastic money, but they don't want to devote too much of time here. They think that, okay, let me take it as a side business. I will start working, and I will see this business probably during the weekends. And then if I make some money out of it, then I will get into full time. With this kind of thought process, they will come, they will enter. When the full-timers who are doing business here are finding it difficult to sustain themselves, where will the part-timers succeed in this? So the part-timers generally will not be able to succeed. So Does it mean that you should not get into this business at all? No, I'm not saying that you should not get into business as a part-timer. You can, but your part-time time that you're spending for this business should be more towards learning. And you should be mentally prepared that, look, I'm not going to earn any money out of this, but I'm going to get experience out of this. Experience, how will you get? By actually practically meeting out buyers, meeting out inventory owners, and then see how the transaction happens, how the kind of discussion happens between them. And once you're getting some sort of knowledge out of these kind of experiences, then you will definitely be getting some confidence within yourself. And after that, you will be prepared to get into full-time business. But in part-time business, being there for about 6 months and 1 year and still don't see money, you tend to give an impression, you tend to feel that this is not a business where we can really see money because people are not genuine. This kind of perception and all these things comes to your mind. And that is why people fail. People come to this business with absolutely no experience. No business, any business that you get into, obviously, without experience, if you do something, you are bound to fail in the beginning stages, unless you have the stamina to stand to that business for a longer time. Okay, so with this kind of absolutely lack of experience in this, people get into this business and blame the industry later on, saying that I have not been able to earn any money from this industry, so this business is not good. Most of the people that come here are not genuine. This is the kind of impression that people have. No learning attitude, absolutely no learning attitude. You see, you look at the doctors who are actually in the field right now today. What does the doctor do? He goes through minimum of 5 years of difficult study, and post which he gets into working under somebody at least for about 2 years. And after that, he thinks of opening a clinic, or he thinks of getting into a hospital, and thereafter he will start earning lakhs and lakhs of money. This is the kind of money that you can actually see even in real estate business. Between the doctor and the real estate person, if you see, the real estate person can earn even more than a doctor who is earning in lakhs. It is possible. But the doctor has given so much of time. What does he do? He invests close to around 25 to 30 lakhs of money for study, getting that MBBS certificate, because he goes through that difficult study. Then thereafter, he undergoes 2 to 3 years of training as a compounder or as a junior doctor to somebody, and then only thinks of getting into business. This is the kind of time that is required for even a business of this kind in real estate. But obviously, 8 years is not required for real estate business. At least about 2 years of experience is required to really start seeing big money. That kind of patience must be there. We need to have this kind of patience. When a doctor can earn this kind of money, real estate people can earn more than the doctor also. But education is important. So this attitude is missing in them. That is why they fail. They come with absolutely no location knowledge. They want to sell some property, and they don't know, they have no idea where is the school from that property, where is the college from that property, which are the nearby hospitals there, nearby commuting bus stands, or the conveyance facilities which are supposed to be available near the property. None of this information is available, and you expect a buyer to just see the property, blindly go ahead with that physical overview of the property and take a decision of purchase. It is not going to be possible. The agent's duty is to provide this kind of knowledge to them, which is missing. So because of this reason, people fail. No proper project knowledge also. Property or project knowledge, that is also not there. With this kind of lack of information, they get into this business. Again, because of this reason, they fail. No comparative study. A buyer will always want a property to purchase at a lower price, and a seller wants to sell at the highest price, because the seller thinks that his property is Taj Mahal, So therefore, he will quote his price as the highest price. And the buyer will say that if he is quoting 1 crore, he will offer about 60 lakhs. There is a gap of about 40 lakhs. So buyer wants to buy it at 60 lakhs when a 1 crore property is being offered. And the agent does not have a comparative study to convince both of them. He should be in a position to convince the seller to say that, look, what price you are quoting is not right, because this is the going rate in the marketplace. You see, this is the guidance value. This is the market price, where in the same locality, 2-3 buildings away, another property is for sale, and that property is being sold at a lesser price than yours, and you are quoting higher price. This kind of education, this kind of knowledge is required by the agent. And without this knowledge, if he's trying to do business, he is a failure in that. That is why he is not able to. Similarly, when a buyer says that I want to buy at 60 lakhs, right, he should be in a position to convince the buyer to say that, look, what is the going rate in the marketplace? When this is the kind of going rate in the marketplace, how on earth you can ask something about which is very, very unreasonable? 20, 30 lakhs or 40 lakhs kind of difference between the quoted price and the your offer price. It is absolutely not valid. This information he should be able to provide. Because he does not have this knowledge, because he does not have this comparative study, he is not able to convince either the seller or the buyer, and therefore what happens? The sale doesn't happen, he is not able to succeed, and he blames the industry. But because of this lack of knowledge, he fails. When right opportunity comes, they don't take. This is also another important point. What is the right opportunity? When the right opportunity, what I mean by that is, there could be occasions where you will find that schemes will be very good. There will be some, in the marketplace, Godrej or any A category developer will come out with a beautiful scheme. And if he focuses on that particular project, he will be able to find buyers, because those are saleable properties. Schemes are good, 5% down payment or 10% down payment, and people are aspiring to buy property. Every individual wants a property, and you don't latch on to that opportunity which has come in, but you still focus on what you have been doing. You have been doing the same thing for again and again. So, and you don't latch on to the opportunity which knocks your door. Now, here is an opportunity you are getting now. You have got into a training program now. I'm sure at the end of the third day, I'm going to talk about what kind of an opportunity you're having, but I'm sure not all of them will grab that opportunity and get inside. They will be missing out. So when these kind of opportunities are coming, this is the time, you should actually grab it, which you are missing. So agents fail because of this reason. How many of you agree to what I have said so far? Let me get a view from all of you. How many of you really agree to what I say? If you say agree, you say A. A, that is enough. That point is enough. A. I want to also see, is there anyone who disagrees to what I have said? If somebody says disagree, say D, and I would like to discuss with that person. We can get into some sort of a debate on that. Is there anybody who says D? So I don't see anybody who is saying D. So which means all of you are agreeing to the fact that this is the reality. So what you need to do for this now? What is that you need to do for this? What is the present situation of the salaried people? Let's try to understand. Working professionals who are here, just look at this situation. What is happening here? 100 million and more Indian jobs are at risk after COVID-19 lockdown. The fact that 29% of the group here are working professionals who are wanting to know about real estate and see if there is an opportunity, good opportunity is there, they want to get into real estate business. So that is the reason that these 29% are here today in this group, which is a fact, right? Because this is the situation prevailing in the marketplace right now. 100 million and more Indian jobs are at risk. This is the scenario of these are all, write-ups which has come. and have a look at this photograph. Sometime in April, there was an announcement made that there's going to be a train which is available, which is going to be allowed to ply. And then they got that rumor, and then you see this crowd. All these people are jobless people who don't have work, and they wanted to go back to their hometown. And this is the kind of crowd that is there. So situation for salaried people is very, very grim. And what is the present situation of businesses? How small business owners can profit during and after COVID-19. And look how people have been able to grab this opportunity. Geography is no longer an issue because of COVID-19. Now, there are two categories of people on this. One category, oh my God, you're not being able to see all this, is it? Oh shit, I thought I've been sharing. So somebody is sharing that their mobile phone, please switch off. I thought I've been showing this. Anurod, you could have told me that this is not visible. Yeah. This is what I wanted to show. I'm repeating this. 100 million and more Indian jobs are at risk after COVID-19. The screen is visible now. Is the screen visible? Yeah, right. And you can see this crowd here. These are people who are jobless. And they thought that they can go back home when this was announced. And what is the present situation of businesses? How small business owners can profit during and after COVID-19. Geography is no longer an issue. How many of you believe that geography is no longer an issue now? There are people, two categories of people, what I was saying. One, when this pandemic situation has come in, they will think that it is a disaster for us. And in the next 5 years' time, you will find these kind of changes will happen. There will be one category of people who will utilize this as a great opportunity for them to get into digital world and emerge out successfully. And there is another set of people who will be thinking that the world is now collapsed. The economy has gone down. I won't be able to survive. So situation is pretty bad. Things are going to worsen. And this is also a set of category of people who are going to be there. Now, if you are, I want to know what kind of category you are into. If you are into a category where you want to get into digital space and emerge out successfully, then you say that I want to be digital. So say D. Okay. If you do not want to be digital, you want to be in the other category, say O. Okay. I want to see how many people are saying D, digital. Almost everybody. Right. So in that case, then let me now ask a question, and I'm going to launch a poll, and you need to answer this. Last 4 months, let us do a small introspection. Okay. You need to be honest in replying to this. See this question and answer this question. Have you earned money from business in the last 4 months? Yes or no? If you are salaried, did you receive full salary? And if there has been a pay cut, you be honest enough in admitting that there has been a pay cut. No salary received also you can mention. Full salary received also you can mention. And I'm going to launch this. Share the results also with all of you to see in this group what is the current scenario. %50 have voted now. Another 50% are silent. Please cooperate. Answer. "67 people have answered. Still some people are hesitant to answer. Kindly cooperate and make this training program more lively by answering this, so that there's a point that I'm going to drive at. That is the reason. Please answer. 75% have replied. 80% have replied. 85 I will stop. No problem. 85. 80 people now. Okay, this should be good enough. Fine. I'm going to launch the result. You see here. "52% of the people, this group, have not been earning any money in the last 4 months. Have you earned money from business in the last 4 months? No. No means they have not earned for the last 4 months. 52% of this group. And pay cut salary has been received by 17%. So 52 plus 17, if you look at, it's about 69% of this group have not been able to make an inroad and see money in the last 4 months' time. Is this a good situation? Is this a good situation? I want someone, I would like to unmute and have a small discussion with somebody who has not earned any money, and let's have a discussion on that to understand why you have not been able to earn any money in the last 4 months' time. So can anyone volunteer? Can anyone volunteer and say? Just raise your hand or say, I would like to speak. We'll have 2-3 minutes discussion on that. Sanjeev, would you like to volunteer? Sanjeev Bharadwaj. Yeah, I'm unmuting. Yes, Sanjeev. Can you say something? Are you in that bracket of not having seen any money in the last 4 months? No, you're not able to answer me. Can anyone else volunteer? Is there anyone else who would like to volunteer and speak? Yes, Samrat Kaushik. Samrat Kaushik would like to volunteer. Great, wonderful. Samrat.
Hello, am
Yes.
I audible?
Yes, Samrat.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So what exactly, sir, you would like to know? So it's been like that, since from last 4 months, it's not just the 4 months, actually. I was earlier working with Gorsons as a manager sales. So I took up a risk, to start something on my own. And it was like a kind of a predicament, after taking that decision, this pandemic thing, it has happened. And other than that, I have associated with a couple of channel partners, learning sales, learning of doing sales from the other side. Because earlier I was sitting in the builder end, making sales comfortably, right? And once you started sales as a franchisee or a dealer or a broker, then the scenarios will be completely different, right? So I was just learning the trade. I have a kind of a, you can say that, hunger to learn more and more. Still it is there, and a passion for sales. But yes, this is the truth that since the last 4 months, or maybe in 7 or 8 months, I have not earned anything. But still, when it comes to learning, I still have the hunger and would like to learn more. Probably there could be the lack of knowledge because of which I'm not able to earn the way I was thinking of.
Okay, from whatever I have said now, about 85% not being able to succeed from the as a real estate agent.
Yes.
Do you fall in that category? Have you been able to resonate anything from whatever I have told so far? Is there anything that you were making mistakes in that? Like, for example, number of properties, inventories in hand. You did not have enough inventories in hand.
Yes. Probably one of the reasons. Yes, because I was not actually having inventories. That could be one of the reasons, right? Because of not complete or also having a good hold. You can say that. Yes.
Right? You did not have the comparative study.
That you can't say, sir, because I as I belong to the real estate, so I usually do that. When it comes to study about the project, about the location and everything. But only the thing is that the continuity, right? We work for a month, for a 2, it's just for the salary, and we are chasing salary, not the sales, right? So the target or the focus was different. So now I have completely changed my attitude. I will not go for the salaries. I will not go for the regular income. I must go for the path or the way which I should follow properly, step by step. So the approach, I believe, yes, it wasn't good.
Absolutely, very good. That's the right way of looking at things as to what happened. The only better late than never. But generally, very smart people, by and large, you should be in a position. Supposing things are not working out, you need to definitely think of changing the approach, changing the methods, change what you have been doing in the past. If you repeat the same thing, what you have been doing in the past, you will get the same results. So you need to do things differently.
Definitely.
You should do different things, right? For example, just a quick example I'm telling you. Supposing you are going from your house to your office in one direction almost every day, right? Every day, if you're doing and things are not changing for you, you need to see whether if I change the route and go to that office in the same, in a different route, and see whether opportunities will come forward or whether something else different can happen. You never know, it will happen because you're changing the approach, changing the route. All we have been acting, having food in the right hand. For a change, you have it in left hand. Nothing wrong. Just giving a crude example. These things, when you do like this, things will change.
Right, sir.
This is precisely what I am trying to say.
Absolutely correct, sir. Agreed.
So I'm seeing that some of the people are, wanting to know how long it will go. If I take another about 15-20 minutes, is it okay? Or should I wind up for today and then continue for tomorrow?
So I'm okay for today. If you can, another,
15-20 minutes is okay for you? So can I get the group's consensus, because everybody should say okay, and then I would probably go forward. Please continue. I just want to need okay. Okay, if I get an answer, I will continue for another about 15-20 minutes, half an hour maximum. Okay, I'm getting a majority of okay, so let me go ahead with that.
Yes.
Right.
You can unmute me if you want to.
Yeah. I can mute you, are asking me, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Fine. So can someone, stop scratching on my screen? Okay. Now I want to tell you the digital space, how the digital spaces are. In fact, I was actually keeping it pending for tomorrow, but nevertheless, it's okay. Since we are talking about becoming digitally strong and all that, I want to give you sort of some social proof for all of you to understand how this online world is all about. It is not necessarily confined to only real estate industry. I'm going to show you something even out of real estate industry also, just to make you realize that online world is a different world altogether. Between the millennials who are there, if you see offline and online, if you take a comparison and see, can you believe that the online millennials are far, far higher in percentage compared to the offline millennials, people who are doing business in offline? The percentage of people who are millennials there is absolutely lesser than people who are millennials in the online world. How many of you are aware of this? Absolutely, totally poverty-stricken person having a bank balance of just about 56 rupees person, in less than 3 months' time, he gets into a 3 lakh bracket. 3 lakh bracket. This is the true story in online world. How is it happening? Can this kind of change, can it happen in offline? Ask yourself these questions. I'll show you some proof for that. After almost 45 days of no business, okay, the demand curve has seen a steep rise for this online seller. This guy, this is the person who is in Bombay, okay. He used to sell, this guy used to sell 18 to 20 lakhs worth of products, okay, a month prior to COVID-19. But the numbers doubled in the month of May. We sold products worth rupees 40 lakhs. This was also possible because in addition to the gaming products that he was selling, he also quickly adapted to selling thermometers and masks. And therefore his business went up to 40 lakhs during Corona period. No, this is the same thing. These are some of the successful people who have been doing business. Work from home model, you see, they are saying work from home model success during COVID-19, benefits of working from home, future of work, ensuring the mental well-being of employees, what can be done now. Suggestions are coming for people to work from home. How many of you have been really able to adapt to this work from home culture? Look at this guy whose bank balance was 56 rupees. The person whom I told
after buying your course, I was going through all this pain.
This is
like I had only $5, $7. I used not to believe. And that time I said, like, man, right now if you see, this means less than $1. Courses, even I was sending you the screenshot, like I'm learning from your course and all the things. And if I have that, let me see. I have just took some photo from here also. And I need to work on my skills. Okay, you given need to work on 4 skills and all the things. I started working on my skills, and before that I was running behind money, achieving goals and all the things. But I got to know that if I want to earn 3 lakhs in a month, that is not a goal to achieve in that 3 months. Okay, that goal is for you to become capable person to achieve that goal.
Exactly.
But people are running behind achieving that goal.
Has been your biggest month ever, right? On your product line.
And for now, let me tell them, today is the 23rd January, right?
Yes.
You can see this if I can zoom it.
Yeah, we can see it.
Today,
$8,000 already done. Today,
already 4 people have purchased my course, and right now it is 11 a.m. Whole day is remaining for me.
Fantastic.
440 lakh, and I started this course on 5th November. Okay? So it is like 2 months and 10 days something. And first month was nothing at all. And you can see right now, as days going on, we are already 3 lakhs a month plus. Okay, for 4 or 5 days back, it was 3,16,000. Because when days goes,
My name is Vipin Nair. I'm a digital marketing expert and I run a digital marketing agency as well as digital marketing training institute in India. And actually, I was a salaried person. I was working for a company on a salary life, and currently after that session, like, I was able to make 36 lakh rupees business.
Last year, because of exiting from one of my business, I went to ground zero and had to build up from scratch my career, financial lifestyle, totally. Within 2 months, I completed this setup. The third month, December 2018, I made 50K, and now today it's May 2019. I'm combining the principles what I learned, I integrated in online as well as offline business. I'm making 5 to 8 lakhs per month.
So you could see how, online world is actually giving this kind of revenue. Some more proof I'll show you. What I wanted you to realize is that a person from 56 rupees, if he can go to 3 lakhs within 3 months, it is possible in online. Now, that is what I'm trying to tell you, that how you can, in real estate business, get into online and start making money. So now, one of the automation that we are talking about in in the digital real estate market is you need to get into this email automation system. Okay, now I'm going to give you a small exercise for people who are from West Bengal. Okay, West Bengal people only. I'm just telling West Bengal people only. I just want you to go to this link. Go to this link, which is Remax Property Unlimited .gr8.com. Okay, I'm going to put that in chat box. I'm going to put that in chat box. Just, I want you to go and experience by going and signing this form. There is a form here. There is your name and your email number and mobile number. Just put these 3 things and see what happens. Okay, I want you all to go there, and once you have finished that, West Bengal people only, people from West Bengal only, please go here and fill up this form. Okay, and see what happens. And people from Delhi and NCR, I'm not sure whether this is currently working. Let me see whether it is working or not. I just came across some time back that it was not working.
It's working. Remaxcluster.in.
Is working?
Yeah.
That time it was not working, so I was wondering what happened. Okay. Now, the Delhi NCR people, I want you to go here. And sign up, www.remaxcluster.in. Go there, you will find a form here. Just fill up this form and you see what happens. Some magic will happen. I just want you to experience this. That is why I'm asking you to do this. And the rest of the people from Bangalore and other locations and all that, rest of India, go to this www.vsridharonline.com and go and see what happens after signing. Once you have done that exercise, please come back and tell me here, put it in the chat box that you have done. Then I'll tell you what you should do after that. I'm waiting for somebody to come and say that, yes, I've done it. Anyone has done it? You have already done it? Aman Mittal, by any chance? Vanshi, Makdani, yeah, Bhuwani, yes, all these people done. Okay, those who have done it, I want you to go and check your email right now. Your email box. Whoever has done this, just go to your email box and see whether you have received any mail from us. No, because Aman Mittal, you could not complete it, isn't it? Because that is why it says no. Other people who have signed up just now today, who says done, Mihir, then Vanshi, Magdani, then admin, these people can go and check up your mailbox and tell me whether you have received any mail. Mihir has received. Yeah. Welcome mail, right? Welcome mail has been received by you. Vanshi Magdani says received. Yeah. No, actually, see, Aman, I think you have subscribed earlier. If you have subscribed earlier, now this again you cannot subscribe, resubscribe. So you try any one of the other two, whichever you have subscribed, you leave that and go to any other chat link that I've given. Okay, the chat links there are 3 links. Wherever you have gone right now, leave that and go to the next 2 and sign anywhere else. And you see what happens. Vikash Kushawa, your email is already existing, means go to some other link that I have given and try there. Mr. Anand, have you tried it? Anand? So most of you who have signed it have seen that. No, the point is, what I want to know is just go and enter and you will receive a mail. Okay, now I'm going to give you another link. Share link of Delhi NCR. Okay, remaxcluster.in, www.remaxcluster.in. Just go there and sign up. the next link, those who have already signed up, the next link I want to give you is this. Please go here, and this is a messenger chatbot. When you click here, you must be having a Facebook account. Only then this will be working for you. If you have a Facebook account, you click this, you will be given three options. Three options is it will ask you whether you are a seller, or whether you are a buyer, or whether you are an agent. Okay, you just say that you are an agent and keep answering the questions that is coming to you automatically, and keep answering that, and then at one given point of time it will tell you whether you want to talk to human. So there will be around 8-9 questions that will be coming to you. You experience that and come back to me. Please experience that and come back to me on that. Yes, Samrat, if it says that you have already been subscribed, what you do is go to a different link which I have given you. Try the other two. Shall I share those 3 links once again? I'll share those 3 links once again. If it says that you have already been subscribed, try a different one altogether. I will share all the 3. Try anything else where you would not have subscribed. And I want you to just experience it and come back and tell me what is that you got it. Messenger bot, have you done it? Chat bot. I shared the chat bot with you. Once again, I'm sharing. If you have a Facebook account, click that. Done. Vikas, done. Okay, have you tried this messenger chatbot? Vikas, try this link and select agent and then see what happens. Select agent and see what happens. Everyone, please try. Try it out. Yeah, finally it takes you there. That's correct. But then you check your email box. That is messenger chatbot. But you had some questions? Admin. Admin, what is your name? I'll change your name. What is your name actually? Anyone else has done messenger chatbot? Anirban Basu. Yes. Anirban Basu, can you speak to me? I'll just unmute you. Yeah, Anirban. Anirban Basu, can you speak? But you can't speak? Not able to hear you. Yeah. I want someone to answer me with regard to that chatbot experience that people have. Whoever has done that, can you please come forward? Ashish, Debashish, Ray, Devraj Kundu, Gautam, Harinder Singh, anyone, if somebody has tried out, can you please come forward? No, responding via text will take time. You know, I want other people also to know what has happened, what has been the experience. This is a small exercise that I'm doing. I know you must be answering those questions. That is why it is taking time. But whoever has done it, can you come forward? The crowd has to be little more interactive. You know, you should come forward and volunteer. You know, when I'm asking for some sort of interaction, it can make the program lively. You need to come and volunteer yourself. Either you people are finding it difficult or you don't want to come forward and talk. What is the problem? Okay, now shall I take an example? I'll show this screen and myself and do it. Anand, Anand, can I unmute you and can you do an exercise? You are on laptop. I'm just unmuting you. I'm unmuting.
Yeah, I am on a tab. I'm on a tab. I was able to do the chatbot.
Chatbot, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it possible for you to share the screen?
Okay.
Just see, I want, for the benefit of the rest of the people.
Sure.
Now please go back again to the same thing and just redo the whole thing. What happened? I want people to see what's happening.
This is what happened. This is is everybody able to see this?
Yeah, this we are able to see. What I would request you to do is go click that link once again.
Okay.
And now you act as a seller.
Okay.
See what happens.
Okay.
Let the group see what is happening.
Okay, sure.
So that is the click. So you've gone to the messenger now.
Again, picking the same chat because I have already.
Yeah, go to get started. On top, there is a get started.
Okay, get started.
Get started. So it is asking what is your best phone number to reach you.
And
you may.
It's even prompting me.
Yeah, it is prompting you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and click it and see what is the next question it comes.
City.
Type city. Yes. Would you like to be called as a digital real estate expert from now onwards? Then you say yes. Would you like to get trained in the business and parallelly work and see and success? Yes. That's great. And you visit website. And then you go to website here. Okay. Now kindly stop the share.
Okay.
Yeah. So gentlemen and gentle ladies, please understand that what has happened now. What has happened is that there is an automation which has taken place. One, when somebody signs up, when as a buyer or a seller, somebody signs up, you get you capture their email ID and you capture the name, phone number, all that happens. And then there is an automatic mail which goes to the buyer. All this has to be programmed. It doesn't happen on its own. You need to do it only once. If you do it only once, and then it takes care of the automation part, the autoresponder will take care of sending the mail automatically to people. So a buyer logs in, he gets informative messages from you on a regular basis. So human intervention is not required. So you don't have to practically sit before the computer and keep answering people every time. So what is it going to do? If you do like that, what will happen? What will happen is that all along you have been manually managing things. Meaning if you get a buyer's data, what will you do? You will manually send a WhatsApp message and then leave it. And when you want to do a follow-up, you will do it when you remember to do follow-up work. Otherwise you don't do. So there are possibilities of you losing a buyer because of this reason. Okay. Secondly, if you get into this automation part of it, what happens? You have programmed any buyer who gets into your system. The system will automatically keep sending him information about the property that you have promoted. You can program like that. And then he will keep on getting information and he will start feeling that this guy seems to be very professional. He is giving me very, very valuable information about the property, location, the buying details, because there are some buyer's guide and all which I share with people. And that if it goes to a buyer, the buyer will know what is the buyer guide. The guide will tell him that what steps, what precaution he has to take before purchasing any property. So when he gets that valuable information to him, his respect towards you increases. He starts feeling that you are a thorough professional, and he starts getting a feeling that he should only deal with you because he doesn't see any other real estate agent doing this kind of an activity. So you stand out because of that reason. Then coming to Facebook part of it, the chat bot which has happened, right? Now, since you opted for agent, you will get agent related questions. But if you had opted for buyer, then you will get buyer related questions will come. Automatically it will come. And at the end of the conversation, after 10 such questions are being answered, he will automatically get one buyer's guide. Okay. Then the third option is for the seller. The seller, when he comes and he answers these 10 questions, at the end of it, he will get seller's guide. Okay, what is there in the seller's guide? The seller's guide will tell him that if you are planning to sell your property on your own, what are the precautions that you need to take? You have to keep your house clean. You have to keep your, paint your building and keep it presentable. All these kind of guidelines will come to him in a form of a booklet to him. So what impression he will have on you when you do like this as an agent? How will it be? Just answer me. How will it be when these things happen from your mail ID and from your chat bot? If it happens, how will it be? Do you think that you will be able to gain respect? Yes or no? That is the power of this automation. Okay, that is this power. Mr. Samratji, how did you like it? Mr. Anand, I'll unmute you again. Mr. Samrat, I'll unmute you again.
Yeah. I felt it was extremely professional, and also we don't have to do the clerical job. We can focus more on the creative side of the business if it is like this.
Yeah. And what do you think? How will a buyer or a seller perceive when he receives this kind of information automatically to his mailbox?
His perception is that he is dealing with a corporate house and not an individual.
Precisely. Exactly. So this is the first step that you have to move as a real estate agent. All along, you have been managing on mobile. Okay. This also can be done on mobile. But all along, you have been doing something which is different, which was the same traditional way of doing activity. But now you need to change. You need to get into this kind of mode by getting into automation, getting into chatbot messenger answers, getting into virtual property exhibition, getting into Zoom discussion, showing properties online, and then finally, when a customer decides to purchase, he should say that I like this place. I will go and purchase. And he will go, when he visits that, then automatically he will buy. Do you agree?
Certainly.
Yeah. I have given the permission for you to unmute yourself and ask. You can unmute and speak. Yeah, what is your question? Mr. Shubhamay Chatterjee. Yes. Ask me. Somebody said, I have a question. So now the liberty for you is that you can unmute yourself and speak to me. So if there are
Hello.
No, yeah, tell me. Yeah, who is that?
Yes, sir. This is Kaustav.
Yeah, Kaustav. Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. Actually, there are many parts in India that we can't reach them digitally. Then how will we get them, the customers, and know their requirements?
Which part of India? I mean, you cannot sell you cannot sell properties in the entire country.
Yeah, like I'm giving a specific like I'm in Tamil Nadu, we are doing business. Then how will we reach them properly if we are doing their business?
No,
there are more people who are not educated in today's date. Then how will we reach out them in digitally way?
Right. Now tell me one thing. You are in which part of Tamil Nadu?
I'm just giving you an example, sir. Right now I'm in Calcutta. But I was just having a question regarding that how to reach in Calcutta also, like there are people.
Yeah.
In Calcutta also there are some areas like if we reach out Canning or in Sundarban areas, if we are having a good customers, then how will we reach out? Because in the Sundarban areas and Canning areas there are network issues and all. Then how will we connect to them?
See.
Digitally.
2899. Yes. See, Mr. Kaustav, my answer to you is that, why do you have to break your head on trying to do some business in an area where network is not there, where internet is not there? I am not asking you to do business in that location. Wherever, if you are in a village, supposing you are in a village or you are in a city, wherever you are there, right? Wherever network connection is there, property sales have to happen. You need to do business in an area where business will happen. Digital world is different. I want you to get into digital world only. I don't want you to get into village and do digital sales there in that locality. That is not required. You as an agent have to be successful in your business. Why do you have to do business in an area where it is not required?
But if I am having a good customer there, sir, then?
If you are having a good customer, like that good customer, there are plenty of other customers who are there in digital market, digital area. Do there in that locality. You don't have to break. If you start breaking your head into how am I going to reach in the area where remote connectivity is not there at all, network is not there at all, then you are wasting your time in trying to do something which a government has to do. What government has to do is not what I'm asking you to do. I am asking you to do the business digitally where customers are available in digital world.
Okay.
You need to tap them. You need to find, your mind should start working. How am I going to get customers from USA? How am I going to get Indian who is staying in UK to buy a property through me in India? Okay, your mind should start working in that angle rather than thinking, how am I going to sell in a village where network is not there?
Okay.
There should be a mind shift for you. Okay.
It's like we are telling you about a vehicle, but you are asking about the road. So the road has to be there for the vehicle to run. Please.
Recently, I've mentioned this in the comment. Yes, we can expand our horizon. We can, go ahead and sell products internationally. You can expand our market as well with this particular technology, with particular digital technology, which we are discussing about right now.
A person sitting in Bangalore has been able to close a deal in Calcutta without visiting the property, without having a face-to-face discussion personally with a customer. It has all happened digitally. Customer has been able to come on Zoom. He has come on Zoom. Both of them have interacted each other, and he has liked the property. He says, yeah, this property seems to be good for me. Now I would like to visit and book. At that point of time, the job of the agent is to connect the buyer with the developer's sales team. The sales team will take care of the picking up, dropping back, and all that. He will do the job and he will close the deal. And once the deal happens, you get your commission. And you are sitting in Bangalore. You are sitting now in Calcutta. You want to do business in Bangalore, it is possible. You like a property in how to find a customer in Bangalore, you can do that sitting in Calcutta. You can find a customer in Bangalore to buy a property in Bangalore. All that is possible.
Sitting in Delhi NCR.
This is precisely what, see, now what you are thinking, that how is it possible is the kind of question that is coming to your mind. Instead of that, you should, how to make it possible is the kind of thinking that you should get into. How to make it possible. Here is a man who is coming and telling me that I can do business in Bangalore, sitting in Calcutta. How is it possible? How can I make it possible? Get into that kind of mindset and you see things will change for you. Sitting at the comfort of your home, you can do this business. The man whom I showed you, 56 rupees person, seeing 3 lakhs, he doesn't even know where the customer is, but he has done 3 lakhs per month business. A bank balance was 56 rupees for that person earlier. Now he has been able to do. He doesn't know who is the customer who purchased from him what. He had on skill. He tried to sell that skill. That skill got sold. He was able to make money in the digital world without knowing who the customer is.
Let me add to that with a practical example. At Remax Cluster Realty, headquartered in Noida.
Yeah, what he was trying to say is, it is headquartered in Noida. He has done a business in Hyderabad. He found a customer in Hyderabad buying a property in Noida. Okay, and he was able to do that sitting in Noida. That's what he was trying to say.
We have done it. We have
done it.
Yes. All through the digital medium only. What Sridharji is telling you about. Yeah.
So tomorrow I'll be showing you many more interesting, digital world that is there available with us. How you can make a digital visiting card yourself. How the property exhibition will look like. How you can create a poster in just about 2 minutes time. How you can create a virtual property link within 2 or 3 minutes time. How you can do that. All that tomorrow I'll be showing you. So it's going to be very interesting tomorrow. Don't miss it. Come over 15 minutes in advance, 11:15, and then we'll get into the digital world and see how the digital world is looking. Okay. So a quick feedback and then we'll wind up. Quick feedback from you. What was the key takeaway from people today? By the people today, what was the key takeaway today in today's session? Just chat, tell me. Anirban, I'm willing to listen to you. Please ask me a question, no problem. In the meantime, others please mention in the chat box, because after this we'll wind up. After this question we'll wind up. I want people to answer here in the chat box that what are the key takeaways of today's training program. Okay, Anirban, please ask me a question. Unmute yourself and ask me. You're asking, can I get a video of this session? Yeah, it is possible. It is going to be in YouTube. You can see that, no problem. Anand Niyogi says, chatbot was my key takeaway. What about the rest of the people? Gautam, Harinder Singh, Jai Prakash, Bhuvania, Paritosh Mishra, Raj Sharma, Samrat, Sheila, Sandeep, Sunita. Please mention what are the key takeaways. Sheila says the entire training for me. Sandeep says it is really useful. Others, please type out. Very informative training for me. Sandeep Bhargava. Anirban Basu says, it's a beautiful message he has given. What we have learned today is that the most important thing to do is to convert the traditional working style into a digital world. Very informative. We must change the way of doing business as we need to be well acquainted with digitization, practically useful. Very informative. Bala Saheb Jadhav, thank you. Many others have not been able to say, I missed the last 40-minute session. Need the recording link to go through once again. Okay, Paritosh, what you can do is, I'm just typing out my YouTube channel. See, my YouTube channel is, chat link is being given here. Remax YouTube Sridhar. Please click this, okay, and then see. Good information. Acha, the entire session is very informative and useful. Thanks for your useful secret of business. I missed the last 40 minutes. I answered that. Yeah, who is the next person? Today, I know why maximum people fail in real estate business. Harinder Singh said that why people are failing in the business. That is his learning. Paritosh says, sure, thank you. Good information. Okay, thank you very much. See you all tomorrow at 11:15. Okay, bye-bye.